What's happening, guys? I'm pretty sure most of you have seen what happened in the Monday Night Football game between the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks. I'm putting this video out because I think there's going to be a lot of talk about referees and how bad referees are. And I kind of just want to continue to start the discussion. I haven't really spoken that much on the Everything Ultimate channel here. I've mostly put most of my referee talk and spirit of the game and all that stuff on my vlog channel, but I kind of want to put it out here to get kind of a wider perspective from people not just in the United States but all over the world on spirit of the game and referees. I know a lot of people looking at that game are probably thinking, thank God we don't have refs. This is so awesome that we get to call up our own games. But if you actually watch the post-game coverage on SportsCenter right after the game and had players, coaches, they were talking about tweets coming in from all sorts of people. Not one person ever mentioned having a game where they make their own calls. They all just want the good refs back, because when you have good referees on the field, the game runs smoothly and everything goes as planned. I am obviously a fan of the referees. I've played in both. I enjoy playing with observers over having a game that's self-observed without observers, but I still think a referee game is the best. And I am talking about the highest level here. People coming out and playing pickup, obviously you don't need referees to be there, but I do think at the highest level, at the level that fans are going to come and watch, or players are going to come and watch, I think referees are. And we're looking at one play here and we're saying observers would have done a much better job than referees, or players in general would have done a much better job. You also have to look at the players, the type of players. Golden Tate was interviewed right after the game and the interviewers asked him, did you push off? And he said, I don't know what you're talking about. That is going to be 99% of the population playing elite sports. That's just how it is. And he literally might think that he did not push off because you're such in the heat of the moment. He might not have even realized, and probably will go back and look on tape and be like, holy cow, I actually did push off. That happens multiple times. With me, it's happened multiple times with other players. You really don't think something happened, and then when you go back and look on the tape, you're like, oh wow, I actually did that, I had no clue. Players are in the mode, they're just focusing on one thing, while a third party can be standing and taking a look. Last thing I want to talk about is, again, we're talking about one play. Let's go back to the 78, 80 plays, 90 plays, however many plays were in that game, and let's think about how many times a redo, a stoppage of two people talking would have happened. An NFL game would take 6+ hours to complete. That's the reason why a lot of times when you're playing the game at the 13, a highly competitive game where the defense is really stifling, teams won't even get to 13 because there's so many stoppages, there's so much talk. Observers definitely help make the game go quicker, solving arguments faster, making players have to come to a decision. But again, it's still a slower process than the referee process. And also, the one thing that an observer cannot do is they cannot make a call unless one of the players made a call. And that's the biggest flaw, because so many times observers see something and they can't make the call because the player was probably focusing on something else in the game and didn't see a travel, didn't see a pick. There's so many things going on. It's very difficult for players to have that responsibility of not only playing hard and doing everything they can to win the game, but also focus on all the rules, all the different types of calls that can be made, the travels, everything like that. It's nearly impossible to do appropriately. So that's my biggest beef on the issue. Post in the comments what you think. Observers, referees, self-officiated. It's important to have these conversations and kind of get stuff out there, because again, Ultimate's a very young sport and it's important for us to continue to grow and continue to do the things for our sport to grow. So thanks for listening. Thanks for commenting below. I'll see you guys next time. Peace, man up.